Oh, that's the murderous cut you talked about, like just the addition. Okay, it's actually Martin Borges. Legendary creatures.
Legendary creatures. What is legendary creatures?
He told me a little bit about the deck, and I was like, we gotta get this guy on stream. Because just like he's 5 and now he's just playing tons of legendary creatures. It's kind of like a Maverick shell, he told me, but he just plays lots of legendary creatures and then Caracas to get extra value out of them and everything.
What happens if your opponent plays a Caracas?
I think you have like lots of comes into play abilities or something, and
so there is like the old Esper Vial deck. Where
yeah, but in these colors, like. He said it's kind of like Maverick, but tons of legendary interactions, so we will see how that works out. On the other side, we got Mickey Arquelles on Mystic Forge. Dude, we've easily the most seen deck on the entire weekend, at least on the stream. I want to say I've done 6 rounds of commentary on Mystic Forge by now over the 2 days. Is this deck like super popular in Spain, or is it just I don't know.
I don't think it's played a lot, but from what I saw on the first row of tables, there were like 3 players. Mickey is a quite known Legacy player of Spain. He plays a lot of Legacy, and then there was also other 2 players who have picked it, where they are good players but not Legacy experts. So one of them asked me what to play this week, and I said, yeah, this deck is strong. If you don't want to engage into playing those Dimir scam decks, you just play your cards. Throwing cards at your opponent is a good strategy if you like. What's better than ignoring your opponent when you don't know what they are doing?
Yeah, and we've seen some disgusting openings out of this deck. Like we've seen turn 1 ring, turn 1 card, and whatever it is. So and I remember Mickey. We had him on stream earlier because I remember his watch now. I think he accidentally shuffled his Mickers and Lattice into his deck for the 3rd game, but it didn't matter because I mean that's legal. And then he presented, he was trying to find it, but it didn't matter. And then the opponent was like touching that, like it's there. It's like, okay, doesn't matter, kill you anyway.
For example, when I play card decks, I have those, they are called character sleeves. They are like bigger sleeves you put over your card. So the card cards.
Them out of it.
No, you cannot take.
Oh, you can even leave them in.
Yes.
Yeah,
so if you brainstorm them into the deck, you take them out. But if not, when picking up your cards, you see there are bigger cards. So you just strip them out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's happened to me. I played a tournament in China, and I opened when it was like Oko and everything was around. So I opened my hand. It's just like elk tokens. Food. I was like, okay, I have to put these tokens to different sleeves. This is not good.
Nowadays, Magic has changed a lot with the tokens, because in the past I remember that my token was the card, this plastic part between the main deck on the sideboard, and that was all my tokens for the tournament. Like you maybe now you need tokens. Tokens of creatures, of different creatures, tokens of counters, tokens of everything.
Of the dungeon,
so
of everything,
there are decks that have to carry
an extra box.
Yes. for the initiative deck I've been playing, I played that last year. I think I had to carry like 9 different tokens.
Yeah, you need the skeleton and everything. Yes. Yeah, you need the treasure token. Like everything is there.
You have to carry like different initiative cards so that the opponent can read it. Yeah. So it was very like sometimes they don't fit in your box.
Actually, for my painter deck, I'm already there. I also use a lot of different tokens. And then when I played 4th Erlingers, I also had like 4 Knight tokens and everything.
Are those Kai Savatari tokens?
Yeah, exactly. yeah. And they it's like tight. I cannot use any more tokens. Otherwise, I have to outsource to somewhere else. Okay, so this is interesting. We see Prismatic Ending on one of the Voltaic keys. Probably don't care too much about the bobble. And I have I keep thinking that there's Magram in hand for Martin, but I don't think there's Magram in his hand. Mickey just running out his Saga here. He's got a Crystal Vein in hand. Oh, okay, the Larry Flashraker. Dude, once you get 2 of those, it actually goes crazy. We had one game where one player had 3, and I think every single spell had like 9 damage or something. It's just like...
It's very crazy.
Yeah.
That card is like very played in Legacy and not played in Modern at all.
Interesting. Because okay, I guess you don't have the fast mana in Modern.
Yeah, but they're still playing Eldrazi cards. Like, the other Eldrazi's are good, but this card is just a Legacy card. And now, with this deck, you can skip off playing bad cards. In the past, they had to play like Walking Ballista in the main deck, Emrakul. Now, just with the Flesh Gorger, which is an finisher and an Engine card, you don't need to play just all gas.
Yeah.
plus blockers. The free blockers sometimes
Oh, by the way, I just noticed the Mox Opal, of course, gets countered by the
Yeah.
Vexing Bubble.
get countered, but you get the token, you
You-
get the damage.
yeah.
So
It's still fine.
still some value.
Oh, see, that's the card he would like to have. Collector Oof, I see
Yeah.
over there. So let's see what's actually in the deck. I'm trying to like the Halfling. That makes sense if you play a lot of
Seems
Legends.
like a banned Zeni deck with Nadu and so like.
Yeah, Nadu. I think he has said he had Nadu.
Yeah, I think he has it even in hand.
So maybe he just like wins all of the games with Nadu and
Yeah.
just happens to. He plays Samwise Gamgee or something. He
Yeah.
told me. I don't remember what that card actually does, but that used to be like a combo piece in Modern, I believe.
How many cards you think? How many tokens think you have to carry to play the Nadu deck in Modern?
I don't even know what it exactly looks like in Modern, so
Also,
I can't tell you.
It goes off with Springhead and Tuco.
So you need
so-
like insect tokens
Yes.
and copy tokens, kinda.
Yeah. But how many insect tokens you think it has to carry with it?
Well, it depends on whether you use dice for those or not. But like, see, I thought that was Magrim, but it's not.
It's the Outland Liberator.
Oh, okay, so it's different artwork
Yeah.
for Outland Liberator. Okay, so how many do you actually need?
You need over 10 tokens because someone are tapped, not tapped. If you saw the Pro Tour, like there were tables with, Gul Dukat had a table
Daniel?
full of
Yeah.
tokens with like
That reminds me of Pro Tour Berlin 2008 in like with elves, where people were sitting there. I have like 2,500 insect tokens, and my Essence Warden triggers 17 times because of something, and that was like people were sitting there with like calculators and figuring out how many life they had.
that was the Pro Tour that Lucifer Vargas won. Like
Yeah, in the finals against Matei, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's Mystic Forge, the one from Warhammer 40k. When you play in this deck, Mystic Forge, sometimes it's an amazing card, and sometimes it's just draw one card, go.
Yeah. It's kind of funny that the deck is named after Mystic Forge, even though it's just like the third best payoff spell sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's how it came about, I guess.
It started with like how many decks are still called by a card that they don't even play anymore.
Yeah, I like fish decks, right?
Delver. It has been a time where they were still called Delver, and they
Yeah.
dropped the Delver.
Also in Modern, right? When people played Affinity, it's
Yeah.
like not so much Affinity anymore.
Maybe I play Frogmite.
Yeah. Okay, so not really much going on my team's side there. I mean, the Outland Liberator is like it's technically good in the matchup. It's just so slow.
For me, Outland Liberator has never been great because your opponents cast spells all the time, and passing a turn for doing nothing for the next turn,
Yeah.
getting to. So it's always like.
Doesn't feel good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
we're just gonna
I
block
think I
that
only
one.
flipped it a bunch of times, and that was only when I was already winning by a turn. Like I can't skip a turn of not doing anything.
I love that there's a Script Ranger in there. That's one of my
Yeah.
favorite cards ever. You can
Yeah.
do so many. You can have
You-
so much fun with Script
You
Ranger.
make here the fake attack because you're gonna destroy Forge.
Yeah,
But if your opponent doesn't want to block because he values the,
it's a free
damage.
try, right? Yeah, you're right.
and now we start a very very fun game
Oh, of
Where-
constantly keeping track of day and
of
night.
the card that doesn't matter.
Oh, that's yeah.
I usually
I see it on Magic Online sometimes. It becomes day. It becomes night. Like
yes,
nobody cares.
and yeah. So here you have to keep track, but mostly you can just when it's relevant again, you can just check the last turn and you remember. I usually never keep track of this because it's okay. I just speak with my opponent. This is not gonna matter. If it matters, we just
Yeah.
the active player doesn't cut a spell last turn. Okay, yes, no.
Yeah,
So
yeah, true. You
it's
can just
easy-
check for the last turn. Yeah.
So
Sub Monolith coming in, making a Karn.
hard.
What do we
Karn
have
is
there?
huge.
No, we just keep making more Eldrazi spawn tokens.
Yeah, I think this game is mostly over.
Yeah.
No pressure against
I mean,
a lot
you-
of
you-
mana and
Yeah, you flash in Script Ranger, attack Karn for one. It's like, oh. Let's see. Let's
what
see.
year is this?
Yeah. Dude, I wish
Ranger.
Script Ranger could come back.
I have seen the someone told me some great thing about Script Ranger blocking Frog forever.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
You
Protection from blue, true.
so block Frog, get
Yeah.
killed by Bowmaster.
Well, actually, it's isn't it a 1/2?
1/1.
Wait, how is Script Ranger a 1/1? Dude, it's actually been that long since I played it. I can't. Okay, you're probably right. Oops. Script Ranger. Oh, I keep forgetting that this is a Spanish keyboard.
Yeah.
You're right, it's a 1-1. Oh my god, in my head it was a 1-2. Everything is a 1-2 in my head these days.
In the past, nothing was a 1-2.
Yeah, except for Squire.
In the past, creators had even attack and defense. Tell me the oldest card you remember with different attack than defense.
Oh, is there anything in Alpha? It's really hard.
It's not that easy.
There must be something in Alpha, right? Probably like a wall, like a 07 wall or something.
Okay, something.
That can actually.
There is an easy one. There are two easy ones.
There are 2 easy ones. Prodigal Sorcerer? No. Oh, it's like some Ifrit or something.
I think Ifrits are from Arabian Nights.
Yeah, they were later. So it's actually Alpha Beta.
They're 1-drops.
1-drops. So it would be like a 0, 2? No. 1, 2? 1-drops? Huh, help me out.
0-1?
0-1 for, I guess, 1 mana.
1 green mana?
Oh, isn't that... Oh, it's the thing that you can pump, right?
No. Maybe. I don't know that. Birds of Paradise?
Oh, seamless. Okay, yeah.
And then
But that doesn't really cut. It's like a land almost.
And a 2-1
A 2-1 for 2 mana.
for 1 mana.
Oh,
You are thinking too much.
yeah, I'm thinking too much.
More easier.
1 mana, 2-1. Blue, red, green, white. Red.
White?
White. Oh, okay, so one alliance. I'm actually thinking too much, yeah.
Yeah. If you're thinking about dark cards,
Yeah. I'm thinking of like drawbacks and everything. It's just like, no, it's just like vanilla, 2-1.
They say in the chat ball lining, but I think ball lining is from the dark, maybe?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's from the dark.
Yeah.
And there must also be like weird legends and legends.
Yeah.
So like 5-7 or something.
But in the past, you mostly paid 1 mana for a 1-1, 2 mana for a 2-2.
Yeah, that's how it worked.
Everything who was over that was already.
You wanna see my favorite acceleration spell? You know this guy, Driven Turnbull.
I have never heard of that.
Okay, maybe we can show it on screen. Yeah, this is the most important. This is my favorite acceleration spell. When you really want to accelerate out your 9-drop. By the way, we're just going through this because it doesn't look like my team doesn't have a lot of chances here anymore. I mean, Script Ranger is kind of funny because it works with Nadu, right?
Yeah.
So you can actually like get some extra draws.
Now ring. Now it's time to 1 ring to rule them all.
Yeah.
And
By the way, did you see the guy on Twitter who complained because and he went 0-2 drop, losing to Nadu twice?
No. It was just a random challenge. He's one for my friend group.
Ah, okay, so you see, by the way, here we got Driven Turnbull, one of my favorite accelerators. Somebody sat down, and speaking of like uneven attack and everything, but I guess this one's even if you add it up again. But
That's from Legends, right?
somebody sat down and was like, we need an accelerator at 7 mana. It's like, what does Driven Turnbull do?
Can you tell me a card of 9 mana from Legends?
Or maybe even for like you want to accelerate your 10 drop, who knows? But yeah, that card is amazing. Okay, so
usually what works with the refund that you told me earlier is that Magic Online always says this kind of thing is, this is not gonna, we don't refund you on this, but we're gonna refund you this time. If you don't ask for a lot of refunds on Magic Online, if you maybe once a year, twice a year, they are gonna refund you.
Oh, okay,
because,
okay.
Yeah, you play a lot and.
They're like, we're gonna keep you happy, so you stick around as a customer. Oh, okay. See, that's some next level thinking.
There are other players who asked for refund a lot.
Yeah.
And they were denied for refund. You cannot ask more refund because they were, if every time that a league something works a bit wrong.
Yeah.
If you ask for refund, you are paying a lot for free.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Especially if you already know something is not gonna work.
Yeah.
I remember there was a guy at Bazaar of Mox in 2014. He had a judge call that didn't go in his way, even though like he was wrong, and he was like not the nicest guy, and the judge ruled against him because he was just like objectively wrong.
Yeah.
And then he goes up to the tournament organizer and was like, "My dad is a lawyer. I'm gonna like sue you. You give me my money back." And the organizer told me, yes, he gave him the money back, but then he banned him from all future tournaments.
Okay, yeah. cannot play more Magic here, but here are just 20
Yeah.
euros.
Yeah, it was a side event even. Yeah, that's true. Okay, we got another legend here.
Martin
Legend of
is
the
playing
game
a
even.
fair game where we put him on a wrong position, on a bad position a few turns back, but he's doing the good fight of this.
Yeah, like Mickey, he's got
He's got mana, but not enough cards to work. Maybe this turn with the ring, you can just double draw, and maybe he gets out. But the Ancient Tombs are starting to pressure.
Pressure himself, right?
Yeah, and he's missing a Voltiki or something to get the extra mana from the monolith, or the extra mana from the extra cards from the ring. So
also, since he lost the card, the Mickelson letters in his hand doesn't really do anything. What is the Teferi on? I guess it's minus, right? Should be
I
like
think it's on the stack.
Oh, it's on the stack still. Okay,
So
okay.
in response to the Teferi, Mickey is playing the command. That's a card when you see that this card is not very good, but then you play it and see, whoa.
Yeah, it's so flexible, right?
It's like Archmage Charm. You see, yeah, counter spell for 3 mana.
Dude, I always liked Archmage Charm because I wanted to steal Dark Depth out of the Merit Mage token with that.
Yeah. Mark Vogt likes that card a lot.
Yeah, he even played it in Legacy time sometimes, yeah.
He's like, my favorite play is when my opponent goes for the Doomsday Kill, just make them
Make
draw
him draw 2 cards, yeah. That's what I did with lands. Like when I played lands in 2010-11, played game 1 against Doomsday, I feel like I can't do anything. And then I just realized, oh wait, I can like crop rotation for Cephalid Colosseum and make them draw 3 cards. Like, oh, okay, GG, I take it. Okay, let's see what Mickey can do here.
He's at 9 and has 5 or 6 mana available. So plus the token. So yeah, probably if he draws into something.
Like Paradox Engine would be a good start.
Paradox Engine will probably be game.
Yeah.
But they're not playing a lot of Paradox Engine in the main deck. In the past they played only the sideboard one for the card, but now they go full combo on 2 main deck, 1 sideboard, 4 mana.
Look at this, 4 mana.
That's another ring.
But he wants to spend some more mana, otherwise he would have already cast something.
Yes.
3 mana. Flash
Breaker.
Raker. Okay.
A Flash Breaker.
Like
1 mana floating.
Yeah.
Key.
Okay.
Now we are in a good spot.
Now we can get some mana.
We get mana and we can untap the ring, so we can maybe loop into all our cards. Now we draw 3, we draw 4, we draw 5. And Martin is only at 5. If Mickey gets to cast 5 spells, it's game over.
I think he might be able to. Like technically, I guess you could also Plowshare. No, you don't even have the mana. Yeah, you can do anything. Yeah. Mickey, can you do it? I mean, if he finds enough spells, he will also be willing to use the Ancient Tombs. I don't mind if I go low on life if my opponent goes even lower.
Yeah. The only life that matters is the last one.
Yeah. I have 19 extra points of life and I'm going to use all of them.
A Scion, untap the ring, draw 3. That's very broken. When you're just starting untapping the ring. So draw 2, draw 3, draw 4.
He already drew like 5 extra cards this turn just from the ring. Loving it.
You probably are the only one who loves the ring.
Well, I wouldn't even say that I love the ring. I just love seeing it in action, but I don't want to like sit across from it.
Okay. Now anything kills.
Yeah, this is just like Lotus Petal.
You play another. It's at 4, so now he needs 2 spells to win. He has a Lotus Petal and.
Well, Lotus Petal already kills him, right?
No, Lotus Petal puts him on 2.
No, Lotus Petal puts him on 0.
No, because the Flesh Gorger is only for creatures that comes.
Oh, for creatures. Okay, you're right. You're right. Okay, yeah.
So it gets countered and then. Yeah.
No,
surrender.
But, okay.
He played a monolith after that, and that was just. Yeah, Flesh Gorger wins. No, Flesh Gorger.
Oh, dude. Kai has been trying to teach me what the card is called all day long, and I still get it wrong. It's Glaring Flash Raker or something. Like, go for Glaring Flash, and then we'll figure it out. I just keep mumbling whatever Kai is saying when the card. Flash Raker. Okay. Not Breaker, but Raker. Okay. So, Mickey up. Now, Martin, show us what your deck is made of. Accelerating on the first to Noble Hierarch. Maybe my favorite Magic card of all times.
Many legends this time.
I want to see some legends.
Yeah. We
I
saw
was-
Nadu, who did almost nothing.
Yeah.
We saw Teferi, who did almost nothing.
Yeah. I played like many years ago. Bazarov Moxon had a like end of season championship that I qualified for, and one of the players he played a proper Band Legends deck, and I was hoping that we would get to see something like that. And it played like Seaside Captain of the
Oh, yeah.
which like you can tap it and like get any legend from your deck,
Yes.
and then he also used Script Ranger to untap her again, so I could do it again and again and again. It was
I
just
think
completely
that
broken.
card is, I don't know if banned or at least very good in Commander, because you can search up for Paradox Engine
Yeah.
and just loop all your legends of your deck. I think I'm not a Commander player.
Ooh, no, that's a good one.
Oh.
How do we deal with that? Is there like Dismember on the sideboard?
Mickey probably has 2 Dismember or Warping. No,
Warping Rail?
No, Spatial Contortion.
Spatial Contortion, yeah, that makes sense.
So it's the Oof is not very hard to kill,
Mm-hmm.
but you know how this deck deals with Nurrot?
With Nyrod, yeah, you just like makes Saga tokens, I guess.
But how you deal with the card?
Oh, you animated
not-
with Karn?
Yes,
Yeah.
and then you play the removal
Yeah,
spell.
yeah,
on it.
yeah, yeah.
So you can also have Karn into. There is a Manticore that is 5 mana.
Like
and
Razormane Manticore or
no,
something?
it's a new card. That
Oh, okay.
in your upkeep, if you discard a card, it does something, but also destroys one opponent's permanent.
Oof.
But casting that card is very hard with a null rod in front,
Yeah.
because you have to have 4 mana for Karn and then 5 mana for the Masticore. So
So something we finally got. Oh, by the way, there goes the collector Oof getting dismembered straight up. Something we saw yesterday that I would like. I always wanted to see that somebody got Skyship Sovereign or something from the
Yes.
sideboard and animated it with Karn every single turn would attack and just like
Yes.
deal the extra damage. I
I
love
have
that.
done that in Modern a lot, and it's not a 6/5, but it's a 5/5 that triggers because it's a creature, even if it wasn't
Yeah,
cute.
yeah,
So
that's pretty cool.
yeah. So now Mickey needs some mana into business. Like probably Grim Monolith is like the best card.
Oh yeah, Grim
can
Monolith
draw.
gives you so much mana here.
Yeah. Here probably Mickey doesn't know exactly how the deck of his opponent works, because on game 1 we saw that the opponent dealt with Voltaic Key before Vexing Bubble, so probably the card is not really good. But
Mhm.
you see a blue deck and you assume they're playing Fossil Will.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Also,
So you don't want to sacrifice your Crystal Vein there just to get that Monolith out.
but
Well, then again, like you have the bobble out, so
I call this the Gadoctic problem. Because I had a friend, he's also playing here, that was like
he looks
he's-
like Gadoctic. No,
No.
okay.
he was telling me in Vintage that he was playing like a hate bear deck,
Mhm.
and it was always the like, yeah, I'm playing Gadoctic, but I feel the card doesn't do anything,
Mhm.
and I see, yeah, that's because you never see.
You see what
the-
would have happened.
Yeah, you never see that you win the game and the Gadoctic only attacked it for
Yeah,
6 times, and you won, and you never saw that your opponent had Fossil Will, Factor
Yeah.
Friction, Give Given.
That's why people say there's no glory in prevention.
Yeah.
Like, if nothing ever goes wrong, like what did you even do? Everything.
So here Mickey got a Monolith, and then with the keys, now everything
Oh. Yeah, this is just like a different power level to what we're seeing on the left side of the board, unfortunately.
opponent is casting Noble Heritage, and you are having turn 3, 11 mana or something like that.
Like we're getting close to just card casting Emrakul, should we
Yeah.
ever draw it.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
Why
4, 5,
casting
6, 7, 8, 9,
Emrakul
10,
when you
11.
can just play 1/1 tokens?
Yeah, that's
0/1 tokens that shoot you. Playing win conditions is very overrated.
Who needs that anyway? I remember I played a survival deck like back in 2009, 2010. My win condition was like, yeah, I can get a Yosai Recurring Nightmare lock, but a lot of times I would just like Eternal Witness for 1, Sakura Tribalder, Eternal Witness for 2, Sakura Tribalder, take 3, take 3, take 3, take 3,
Yeah.
and just like destroy everything the opponent plays.
Yeah.
You know, Recurring Nightmare is a card. It's still legal in Legacy. Nobody ever plays it anymore. It's just like too clunky. I kind of want to make it a card again, but it's never gonna
Now they
happen.
play it in Modern.
Recurring Nightmare
There
in
is a
Modern?
new Recurring Nightmare.
Oi, okay.
It's like for 1 and a black enchantment. When it comes into play, it gives you 3 energy,
Uh-huh.
and then you can Recurring Nightmare creatures,
Yeah.
which cost from the graveyard are equal to the energy you
Ah,
pay.
okay, I see.
So
I see.
you cannot cheat big creatures
Yeah,
into
yeah,
play,
yeah.
but you get engine and maybe get ahead. For example, if you
Mhm.
if you Recurring Nightmare twice Dryad Arbor, you are 6 energy up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
And you also get that comes the player abilities all the time, yeah. And even leaves player abilities. Like we used stuff like Academy Rector even to that was a lot of fun. That was the first deck where I could ever win. I remember, like I used to always lose because I played Enchantress and I was not very good at building the deck. And I think I was decent at playing it, but when you play Enchantress and you build it completely wrong, it's just like always bad.
Yeah.
And then I just copied Survival of the Fittest list from my friend, and all of a sudden, like I was playing like at the top tables. And one of the guys actually was offering a draw and was like, "Whoa, you think you can't beat me?" Like, whoa. I will never forget that. Like I originally played for like 2 years and it was terrible. And then I realized, oh, I have to play like good cards.
Now Martin has a Boseiju up, but what do you Boseiju? The Forge? You have to Boseiju the Forge or wait for the Monolith card? Maybe. I don't know what card that Mickey got with the card. Was it Lattice?
I would think so, right?
You can play Lattice into plus.
Go for the Forge, okay.
There's a quite cool play if your opponent gets Lattice and you have Boseiju. You just let the Lattice resolve and then kill the card.
Yeah.
And Lattice in play makes things quite hard because, for example, your opponent cannot pitch Force anymore or pitch Force of Vigor, but he can play Brainstorm with Wasteland.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so
1 mana in pool, 4 mana in pool. That's 6 mana in pool.
Yeah, we can shortcut that.
Yeah.
Get to 6.
And
there comes to the Paradox Engine first.
Okay. That just makes a lot of mana.
Yeah.
Yet, no.
Well, if we need another spell, I guess, but we can do that.
Yeah, he can always get like Tormod Script or something with
with Karn,
but
that's
probably
true.
you need some business.
Yeah.
So now we are at the stage of the game where infinite mana is a thing.
Yeah.
Like mana doesn't matter anymore.
Easy. 6 plus
6,
4, 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just average 10.
What are we gonna do? I'll go like giant. I
You
don't
can
know.
get Ballista.
Yeah, but Ballista is still how much? 19 life.
Yeah, but you have a.
I wanna get. That's probably like 4
Okay.
rings. Oh yeah, I guess you can
This
do that.
is free now.
You can fetch Droid Arbor and attack Karn.
Okay. Let's see, fetch.
Yeah, that's what I expected.
Dryad. But now you can plus Karn on the Lattice and you have a 6/6
Yeah, that always happens. That's so annoying.
Yeah. So.
Like a couple of rounds ago, we had a cool play that I think the opponent didn't see. Someone was having a Tabernacle in play, and the other player was having someone was having a Karn. So basically, the idea was because there was Tabernacle in play and the player didn't have lands, you could have plussed Karn on an artifact of the opponent, and then the artifact would have died. But yeah, they didn't see that.
Yeah.
That's something that comes out. Okay, there's the ring. The ring, and like all the mana, all the keys, Paradox Engine. This is basically like we have our deck at this point, pretty much.
So now just Mickey has to realize that he has to plus onto something, and that's game. Because he can just try to win anyway.
Yeah, it's not like Martin is threatening anything,
the other
right?
day, I think maybe it was in your podcast, or I don't know if I saw it and someone told me that I think it was True Futurism, the Cloudpost player. He was like, Tabernacle, your opponent's creator. It was like, okay, you can get Lattice and out, but the opponent had like 4 or 5 creators swinging for lethal, but he went for Lattice, so they cannot play for the Tabernacle, and all the board gets wiped. So
that sounds way too smart. I don't think that's something you hear on Everyday Channel.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I hear a lot of podcasts every day, so it's maybe I hear them, but.
I'm curious what Martin is actually holding because, or what he can even draw here, because it looked like he has like a lot of lands in hand.
No, he cannot do anything. He cannot cast spells.
Yeah.
So
are we just like waiting for Martin to concede? Yeah, it looks like it. Mickey moves on to 6, and actually he can double draw into top 8 now. Hey, here we go. Another Mystic Forge in the top 8.
I knew because the games are. He told me that he won.
Yeah.
And I told him that probably he can draw the next round, but maybe has to play the last
round then.
Because it's quite possible
tight,
that
yeah.
their opponent cannot
Yeah,
draw.
yeah.
So
That could be a thing. Going live. Was that actually... that was our backup feature match, right?
yes.
Yeah, cool. So... yeah, we quatched. Hey, here we are back again. Hope you like this. First of all, we had Andrea Mangucci going against Javier Dominguez. And now we had Mickey moving on to might very likely be the top 8 on Mystic Forge. Our team's still fighting with his legendary creature deck. I think he didn't really get to fully show it off, right? But it looks like to be a Nadu combo deck.
If your opponent has 4 mana on turn 2 or turn
Yeah,
1 even,
yeah.
life is hard
Okay,
for the fair decks.
okay. So everybody, thanks